Welcome to It's Life, dude. Hey folks, how you doing? I am that dude. Today is Father's Day. And to all of the fathers out there, I'd like to say to you, brothers, keep doing what it is that you're doing, because it is not easy. And for those fathers who are struggling to be, attentive or to be relevant in the lives of your children, know this: if you don't find a way to be relevant in the lives of your children, that is going to be the biggest regret that you will ever have, because not being there for them, not communicating with them, not trying to be the best father you can to them, even if you're far away. One, the impact in their lives is going to be something that you could have and should have prevented that impact. Two, the impact on your life and the way it's going to eat at your soul, because you know those children need you and you're not there and you're not trying to be there. That's going to hurt you in ways that you'll never understand. So make sure, as a parent, as a father, that you find a way to be in the lives of the life or lives you have created. That power is within you to make sure that it happens, and the blessings that comes just from putting forth your effort to be the best father that you can be, the rewards are endless. But the journey, let me tell you about my journey. Raising my kids, it was off the rails as far as any life experience that I can even think about. And the reason that I say that is because raising your kids as a father, those people, your children, and I say those people, they will challenge you in ways that will perplex the greatest intellectual. I don't care who you are on this planet. A child has a way of challenging everything in existence. They do it without knowledge of even doing so. But the reward in being able to witness that is something that no man can comprehend until it happens to him. I remember the first time I held my daughter in my hands. I literally held her in my hand. She was that small. She was born premature. That feeling, that first time, that feeling was something I'll never, ever in my whole life. I don't care if I'm senile and an old man and off to the left field out in the stratosphere somewhere. That situation right there, it didn't just hit me, it touched the core of my very soul. And any father who has witnessed that for the first time will understand exactly what it is that I'm talking about. It did more than take my breath away. It solidified what life is. Right then and there. Boom! In the operating room when she was being born. And then the fear for 6 to 9 weeks of watching her develop and grow and praying that nothing happens to her because she was born prematurely. That feeling of dread, I'll never forget either. These are the beginning challenges that I faced as a father for the first time. So I'm telling you, with the knowledge of that alone, simply that, any man in his right mind has to understand or recognize the weight of being a parent is. But there's no rule books and there's no guidelines. You know, the only rule book is ethics itself. And if you don't have that, then you shouldn't be a parent. Period. But that's it, because that's going to help you navigate through weird situations with your kids, because I'm telling you, they will perplex the greatest intellectual. They will be an enigma you will never comprehend. There will be a source of puzzlement that will drive you up the freaking wall. They will make you crazy. Sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. But in the end, the relationship that is built between you and said child or children is going to be something that is timeless, boundless. That relationship cannot be broken. You will find yourselves doing every and anything in your power to maintain the safety and livelihood of that child or said children, period, as a father. So, with that being said, for those guys who have not met that or understood what that is or can be, you need to get in there and do what you were supposed to do, because God has a way of rewarding the just, and it's unjust for a man to father children and not take care of them. So justly and rightly and properly be the father that you are meant to be. But for those dads who are out there doing the daggone thing and trying to make sure it happens, I feel you. Even as a grandfather, I still feel the challenge of fatherhood. Not in the eyes of my children, not in the eyes of the grandchildren that are coming up, but in the fact that, you know, it is a beautiful thing to see what your very own child does for their very own child or children. Sorry about that, folks. The battery died. But what I was saying is that those children that are raising those kids are a reflection of you. They are a direct reflection of you and how you raised them. And to see them raise them babies in that way, the way they do, it's a beautiful thing. You know, their upbringing, the way they're bringing up their kids is this almost the same way, not quite the same, but almost the same way you did it. I mean, every generation is different, but your influence is strong. And the way you raise your kids is the way they raise their kids. And each generation, like I said, is different. But I'm telling you, the impact that you have from generation to generation will go on for generations. That is your legacy as a father, and it's a beautiful thing. So I just wanted to share that. I've got, I've got, for my father, my grandfather, my uncles, nephews, cousins, to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. Every day is Father's Day, from the time that child is born to the day you hit the dirt. You are a father, and know that your impact and the lives of your children depends on how you react to them. But the most important thing is to just always be in their lives, because you learn from them just as much as they learn from you. Believe me, if you're an intuitive individual, you will see that you're going to learn some stuff from babies, from children, from preteens to teens, to semi-adults to adults. And that's how it goes. And you're going to learn something every step of the way. And it's going to perplex you. It's going to bewilder you. It's going to put you in odd situations where you're going to scratch your head and be like, wow. And then, in the end, you're going to be happy that you were able to be a blessing to a life that the Creator has blessed you with, and to me, that is a huge thing. If I accomplished anything, if I died tomorrow, God forbid, if I died right now, I will not ever regret being a father. Ever. I love my babies from the time they were born to infinity. Once we pass, that's not the end of us. So even after I'm gone, I will still be in love with what I was blessed to have, and that's each and every one of them. Each and every one of them. And then the ones that come after them, I'm even more in love with. I'm just saying, don't get mad at me, daughter. I can see her face right now. Huh? No, don't mean I love you less. No, what it means is that you're carrying on a legacy from me, and you've done such a great job. You're able to carry that on. I'm proud of that fact. Period. I love the fact that I'm a dad, and my kids are who they are. I love who they are. They are very diverse individuals. Each and every one of them have their own personalities, but the crazy part is they got a lot of me in each and every one of them. And I didn't realize that until like later on in their lives, I was impulsive, like, where did this come from? Where did that come from? But you got to realize DNA is a strange thing, because they can take on personalities of people before them that were in their bloodline decades ago. It's crazy. But anyway, let's not wake up in the morning and have a fat glass of stupid with a bowl of idiot soup. Let's make sure that we get to where we need to get to safely on these roads and highways. Pay attention to what we're doing. Stay off of the phone. I'm going to say it again. Stay off of the phone. One more time. Stay off of the phone. Please. Pay attention to what it is we're doing. Fathers, tell your children, please, to just not be texting, not be looking. I'm driving down the road and this is all I see. Or how can you be looking down? Makes no sense. Come on, people. Fathers, tell them kids. Tell them, that's right, them kids, they're yours. Tell them to put down the phone. To put it down. Turn it off when you're driving. That's the main thing. The majority of these accidents that are happening is because they have these devices in their hands. While you're in your vehicle, turn it off. Get to where you need to get to, then go ahead and look at what it is you need to look at. Young men, young women, turn them off until you get to your destination. Especially if you know you have a habit of, okay, I'm at a light, I'm going to go ahead and look at, I can look at this text. This bad habit is going to get you in a situation that you don't want to be in. And it could be detrimental to the health of someone else as well as yourself. And God forbid you have young ones in the vehicle, younger than you. People, we have to do better. I drive for a living. I see horrible things all the time. Hear me. Fathers, talk to your kids about driving without cell phone being on. Turn it off, or don't bring it with you. Especially if it's a short distance. If you're just going there to back home, you don't need it. And if you have to have it, just turn it off. Please. I want to see you get there alive. And with that being said, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And thank you for joining me today. Always remember and never forget, hey, it's life, dude. Peace. I'm gone.